Hey, what's going on, guys? Calvin Russell here. Today we're going to show you guys how to check the mortgage interest rates for the day that you're looking on, okay? Let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you want to do is go to bankrate.com. As you guys can see here, you just type in bankrate.com. And then once you do that, then you're going to go ahead and click, have your mouse and click on mortgages, okay? Now, you can also hover on mortgages and click today's interest rates, okay? And so we're going to click that. And then again, once you click on that, it's going to take you to today's interest rates, okay? Now it's going to ask you a couple questions like what type of home loan you're looking for. You don't have to click that. You can just actually scroll down and then it's going to tell you right away what the week of last week did. But of course, if you're looking for today's national average, the mortgage interest rate trends, on Monday, March 20th, the current interest rate for a 30-year fixed mortgage is 6.9%, down 5 basis points over the last 7 days, which is actually pretty good, okay? If you're in the market for a mortgage refinance, the current 30-year fixed refinance interest is 7%, decreasing 2 basis points over the last 2 weeks, okay? Meanwhile, today's interest rate average 15-year fixed refinance rate is 6.2%, 6.21%, which is also down 10 basis points over the last, 7 days. Whether you're buying or refinancing, Bankrate, they're going to always kind of show you some offers and things of that sort. Now, if you guys want to learn about, let's say, basis points, you can kind of click on that, kind of learn about that. Essentially, anything that's green is usually pretty good, okay? But if you want to see just overall, just industry insights, you can continue to kind of go into it, but you don't have to if you don't want to. But this is a great, easy way to see how that is, okay? Then, if you want to go a little bit further, you guys can actually go into click on hover your mouse over on mortgages, okay? And then you click on where it says calculate your mortgage payment, okay? And then you can actually put in your home price. So let's say, for example, you're looking at a home that's, let's say, $250,000, okay? And then let's say you want to put down, let's say you have an FHA loan, so obviously you're going to put down 3.5%. And again, this is just for example purposes, guys, okay? Then it says your long term, which is going to be 30 years. You can change that as well, too, if you want to. The interest rate, okay, based on where we are today, essentially, that you're going to essentially leave that there, but you can kind of bump it up to 6.97. That's what they just showed us. And then, of course, the zip code that you're in, this is the zip code of where we are. And then, of course, it says optional here. Anytime you see a mortgage calculator, the biggest mistake that I see people make a lot is that they don't put in the taxes, they don't put in the insurance. You have to do that, guys. So go ahead and click on that. And then while you're doing that, you want to go ahead and fill that out as well. Okay. So let's go ahead and put in here. So the credit score, does that really play a role? Kind of, sort of. You need about a 620 or higher to go FHA and then get whatever the best market rate is, okay? Anything less than a 620 is going to obviously give you a different type of interest rate. To keep things simple, especially this video, we're just going to assume that you guys are 620 and above going FHA. Then you're going to automatically get whatever the best market rate that is available, okay? Now, if you're going conventional, your credit score is going to matter a lot more because in that case, you need to be about 650 or higher, 680 or higher, 720 or higher. It just really depends on the lender and, of course, your debt to income, what programs are out there and things of that sort, okay? Now for taxes, it usually has it where, I don't know why it has taxes like this, because you want to have taxes per year, but you can just pull out a calculator and just figure out, what the taxes are going to end up being. So let's say you're looking at a home and the taxes are $4,000 a year in taxes. So we're going to do 4,000 divided by 12, okay? And that's going to be $333. Okay, it's got 33 cents, so we're just going to put 334. Okay, then it says homeowners insurance. Now, homeowners insurance, you can get a quote, but homeowners insurance is usually going to range around about $1,500 or less. Okay, just depending on what you could do. I would say if your house is if your home is less than $300,000, then you can pay anywhere between $800 $800 a year to about $1,500 a year, okay, and that's going to be with your homeowner's insurance. Now, if your house is more than that, then obviously you can talk about coverage and things of that sort. You can even get a higher policy on the cheaper homes as well too, like in that same range that I just mentioned, 300,000 to less. Not that it's like cheap, like you can't afford it, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right? But you can get a higher policy on those, but you need to have a conversation with an insurance representative. That way you can decide, if it's a smart move for you to do so. Okay, so we're going to take that same number. We're going to use about 1,500. And we're going to divide that by 12. That's going to be 125. Okay. Now your PMI. Now again, Bankrate has it set up like this, but you guys can easily, just put those numbers in. But of course, it's easier when the company actually does it for you. Okay, and it's usually 1% of what you're actually taking the mortgage out on. Okay, so for example, in this example, that would be 250,000. By the way, my calculator on our website does all of this for you. But Bankrate, of course, is a national product, so they're not trying to promote anybody or anything like that. That is not one of their partners. Okay, so 250,000. And then that's going to be time. That's going to be actually you're going to subtract your down payment, which is 8750 in this case, and it's going to be 241,250 times. Right now, that rate is actually that PMI rate is at 0.55. So you're going to take that number, multiply that by 0.55, and then percent, and then that's going to put you at 132. Okay, so $132. So this is what a $250,000 house, okay, will look like with today's interest rates, with this property tax, with this homeowner's insurance, okay, and of course you have that PMI as well, okay, and of course you guys can easily adjust these numbers over here as well too. Property taxes could be a little bit lower, could be a little bit higher depending on where you're living, and obviously you can go with different homeowners insurance as well too, okay. But that's how you're able to actually see what today's interest rates are, and then of course put that into a mortgage calculator. If you guys like this video, like it. If you want to share it, share it, and as always, be sure to subscribe as we have nothing but great content well on the way. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.